Today's video is all about down dog.
Hi Fit Flavor fam, let's talk about down dog. Today we're going to show you the alignment, the most common mistakes and how to fix them, and of course how down dog can help you get real tangible results for your workout.
The best way to go into a down dog is from a plank pose or a high push-up. And with that, you can already avoid the first common mistake that for most people, the hands and the feet are too close together. The first thing you want to pay attention to are your hands. So when you take a yoga class, it's about hand placement in downward facing dog. Some teachers will focus on the middle finger, another one will focus on the index finger. But it actually doesn't matter as long as your wrist creases are parallel to the front of the mat, hands are shoulder width apart, palms are pressed into the floor, and your fingers are spread wide. Moving up to the arms, here create an external rotation in your upper arms, and just to give you a visual, picture the inside of your elbows like being two headlights like we have on a car pointing forward. And talking about shoulders, this is the place for me as a teacher to give most of the corrections. So when you're in down dog, pull the shoulders away from the ears, create space between your upper arms and your neck for 1 or 2 fingers. And while we create an external rotation with the upper arms, here you have to create an internal rotation with your shoulder blades, meaning bring the bottom of your shoulder blades together. And if you're into sports like tennis, basketball, swimming or dancing, this is great to increase mobility and range of motion in your shoulder joints. So the next time you go into a downward facing dog, push the floor away with your hands so you don't sink into your shoulders. Perhaps one of the most important aspects of downward facing dog, which by the way should look like the letter V turned upside down, is a straight spine. So while everyone talks about engaging the abdominals, I see quite often a roundness in the lower back and an arch in the upper back. So let's talk about another important muscle, the lats, and see what we can do to help and create a straight spine in downward facing dog. And just to give you an idea, the latissimus dorsi starts on the sacrum and the iliac crest, the top part of the pelvis. Then this triangular muscle moves all the way up to your arms. Here it goes almost like 180 degrees around. It's attached on the inside of your humerus. So when you practice downward facing dog on a regular basis and you lift your arms up over your head next to the ears and you create an external rotation, you actually will lengthen, elongate and stretch the latissimus dorsi in downward facing dog, and with that get rid of that wave in your upper body. And just on the side, the neck is a part of the spine, so don't overarch and keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. And a simple solution to get rid of that roundness in your lower back, which is usually due to tight hamstrings, includes bend your knees slightly so you can tilt your pelvis. And last but not least, talking about feet, if you can't get your heels to the floor, that's no big deal, but that's the direction you want to work towards. And my tip for alignment, your feet should be parallel, so when you look to the back and you cannot see your heels, then you're actually aligned.
As you can see, down dog really is the perfect balance between strength and mobility training. That's why down dog isn't just one of the most well-known iconic yoga poses, it's also perfect to max out your fitness performance. Like Joschi mentioned earlier, the increased range of motion in the shoulder joints can really benefit a variety of different sports. But beyond that, down dog can get rid of strength and flexibility imbalances in your body, and with that, reduce aches and pains as well as the risk of injury and make your workouts more effective. Maybe most interestingly though, down dog is an inverted pose, and because of that, it facilitates the natural movement of the diaphragm towards the head, which means you can deepen your breath and get more oxygen into your system. And with that, you can really give it your all and power through your workouts. And while I just love to hang out in down dog to catch my breath and reset my body, I also know that for some it can get pretty boring doing the same plain old down dog all the time. So let me inspire you with some of my favorite down dog variations so you get the most out of down dog in terms of functionality, mobility, strength, and body control.
But I won't go sound, how you like that? Yeah. Playing it cool, breaking the rules. I don't need you, I got my own bag. Running around, gaining some ground, making a sound, how you like that? Yeah. Playing it cool, breaking the rules. I don't need you, I got my own bag. I ain't afraid, baby, I'm brave. I won't behave, I'm better than that. I'm coming for everything you said I couldn't have, I got my own bag.
Of course, there's a lot more to say about downward facing dog, so we will make a follow-up video soon. In the meantime, check our blog at fitflavor.com. And of course, I would love to hear from you, so leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button, and we'll see you in our next video. Tschüss!